Today on the channel, we are going to take a look at Bradshaw Farooq, the Acolytes. Welcome back, everyone. G Topo here for being a fine figure. As today we take a look at WWE Mattel Legends Bradshaw Farooq, part of their Series 16 that just popped up over the summer. These figures I was actually looking forward to because it's part of the Attitude Era that I grew up watching. Well, I grew up mostly on the 80s, but I was very involved in the storyline, especially during the Monday Night Wars. And Bradshaw and Farooq, part of the Ministry of Darkness with The Undertaker, Viscera, Ken Shamrock, and so on and so on. And this is very exciting as, you know, both of their careers at the time was going down the tubes. You know, they didn't know what to do with Farooq after the Nation of Domination. Same thing with Bradshaw. I believe he started out as Dustin Hawk Bradshaw, and then the Blackjacks, and it wasn't really going anywhere. So to see them team up and see the chemistry between them, and now being immortalized in their own action figures as the Acolytes, it's pretty cool. So let's take a look at the packaging right away. It's standard Legends packaging. It has a picture there of Farooq. This side has a picture of, Bradshaw and Farooq. On the back, it has their bios there if you want to read it. Pause it now. Legal stuff there. Nothing really on the top. Same picture on the back side. So yeah, I'm going to open these up and I'll be right back. Now that the figures are out of the packaging, I just want to clarify something from earlier where I said that Bradshaw's character was Dustin. It was actually Justin Hawk Bradshaw. So make sure I catch that mistake. So other than that, we have the package. Like again, we have the figures out of the packaging. Not much for accessories. It just has two sets of hands. The ones that the mic gripping hands, and two-fisted hands, which I do love, but I had the fact that they don't have any more accessories. And then the WWE or WWF titles, which to me, tag team titles are still the favorites. Or any tag belts from that area, from the 80s, those are better. I don't care much at all for any of the new looking titles. I guess I'm old school. So looking at the figures themselves, and maybe it's just me. I have so many Ultimates and so many Elites that I thought they just feel like basics to me. You know, it does have a more detailed and more, you know, but at the same time, they are very light. They feel a lot like the regular basics. So I don't know if this is the route that they're going by, but just keep that in mind. If you feel them against one of the regular Elites or even the past Legends, they feel a little heavier. They feel a little bit more detailed, but these, I don't know, maybe get the best out of your molds, I guess. Trying to get rid of a lot of these basic molds, and you know, it's yeah, not completely happy. I mean, they are nice looking figures, but they just feel a lot basic to me. As far as Bradshaw, he does have dead on head sculpt. I mean, it looks dead on like Bradshaw. It even has that little earring on the side there. Earring there. Head slick back. Post Blackjacks, is it, with Barry Windham when he was Windham and Bradshaw. Does have those symbols that don't mean anything. You know, ministry signals, I guess, signs on his chest. I wish this would have been more cloth or more detailed. It looks like they're painted but they're painted right on the end of the bicep there, so it looks like it's hiding in between the muscles. You know, this is removable. The shoulder pad there, the elbow pad, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, okay, so it does push in, so it does look a lot better. Hands are detailed a little bit better. Again, WWE title, WWF tag team title. We've seen this one before. It is a little bit too yellow as opposed to having a gold look, but they're all like that. So pants, ministry signal is actually very nice. Let's see, down all the way up, little paint up there. mishap there. I'll just touch it up with black to get rid of it. Same thing here. It's like they didn't finish it up correctly. All right, so finding a few of those now. Boots kind of blends in too much with the pants or the tights. But it does have some sort of detail, and I don't like the fact that it is actually kind of wobbling in. It's supposed to more out. But as far as the figure itself, I mean, it is very light. Again, they feel like a basic to me, but it's still a nice, decent figure. So as far as well, actually, before we look at the articulation, it's obviously you remember same title. As far as the articulation for Bradshaw, the hair impedes some of the up movements, so you can go up that much, you can go down that much, you can go side to side, you can twist back and forth. It does crunch up that much to the front, slightly to the back. It does have waist swivel there. The arms are a little tricky. I can only get them that much, but they do go around. It does have bisect. I believe it's a double jointed elbow there. The hand does rock back and forth. It does swivel around. It does have thigh swivel. The legs pretty much go out that much. They go forward that much. Back, not much at all. It does have double jointed knees. It does rock there at the calf. It only goes up that much, it goes down that much, and it does slightly swivel back and forth. So now let's take a look at Farooq. Let's put this one down. And let's see the Farooq figure. Nice looking. Just like Ron Simmons. Hairline, perfect. Nice head sculpt. Not too many thing. Again, it has the same issue with the paint here at the end of the bicep there. So it kind of looks from far away like it's hiding. But it's actually much better than the Bradshaw one. Let me take this belt off. Other than that, same symbols that don't mean anything for the Ministry of Darkness. The paint job, it is actually way better than Bradshaw's. It's actually nicely done. The pin there kind of is facing the wrong way when you turn it or when you're straightening it. So I spoke too soon. That one's actually nicely done, but it does, as you can see, the pin itself kind of moves the direction of, but if it's straight, it's fine. This one, it is not. It just stays on a different angle. Actually, I did not take a look at that with Bradshaw. These are actually pretty good. When you do turn the knee, they move slightly, but they go back in place. So yeah, good. As far as the placement of the pins there for these particular figure. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I got it in place. I guess you just have to mess with it. Same thing. The boots kind of lose themselves with the tights. But overall, just looks like the same figure with a different shade, different head. And almost the same height. So articulation for Bradshaw, for Farooq. Again, not much. So it has to be on the thing. Not much down. Crunch, it is a little bit better than Bradshaw. A little bit better than the last figure. The arms itself, seem to tricky as far as getting them up. They go up that far up. It does swivel around. Same routine, bicep swivel there. Double jointed elbow. He does not have an elbow pad, so as far as the waist does swivel, it does not have side-to-side movement on either of the figures. You can't extend the legs that much. It does kick straight up. Not much to the back again. Double jointed knee. It does have thigh swivel. Does have leg swivel at the bottom. It's a little tight, so I might have to warm it up, but it doesn't seem to tend to go up too much. Back a lot more, and the rocker not too much. So overall, nice, decent figures. Again, it feels like basic, so I don't know if they're gonna start charging more just by giving them the name Legends on it than they do the basics. Other than that, you know, if you wanted to add it to a collection, if you're trying to build the Ministry of Darkness, Midian, Viscera, Undertaker, whatnot, obviously you're gonna need the Acolytes because they were the enforcers of the Ministry of Darkness. So I'm gonna compare it to a couple of figures and see how they match up against other elites. Now here they are next to the Undertaker, obviously the leader of the Ministry of Darkness, and Kane. Now I do understand that these two figures are Ultimate Editions, but you can tell the difference of how thin the Acolytes look next to basic figures. So now I'm gonna put them up against a couple of elites, and you guys tell me what you think. And here they are next to a group of members of the D-Generation X, Road Dogg, Jesse James, and the badass Billy Gunn. So there you have it, guys. Subscribe, comment, tell me what you think of these fine figures, see if they match up well with your collection. Hit the like button so we can keep providing content for you. Or if you don't like it, whichever, I'm okay with it, everybody's opinion. And I will check you out on the next review. Peace.